Hello everyone and welcome back to Zoocrafting! I am Zookeeper Seri and we are here in the giraffe exhibit in our safari zone! And oh my goodness, I am so excited for the progress that has been going on in our safari zone, you guys. It's gonna be amazing! And today I have another huge, absolutely amazing new structure in the safari zone to show you guys. Or at least personally I think it's a huge structure, and if you think about it in terms of scale it is, but we'll see that in just a second. I wanted to show off our giraffes to you guys today too because they've been moving around a little bit. Safflower, you're over here. And then we have Kizzy, who has already grown up. Look how cute Kizzy is. I love having all of the little baby giraffes born. And I just love this exhibit. Isn't it so pretty now, you guys? All of this grass, removing all of those little dead shrubs definitely helped us out, because then it just looked like they would scratch at the giraffe's legs, and I just really didn't want that. And then we've got all of the acacia trees and the goldenrod and the switchgrass. It's just looking really, really good in here. And I think anybody who comes in and starts wandering around will be very happy to be able to just see what the giraffes are living in and be able to just see how pretty the area is. And I'm really looking forward to when we are going to start adding in those ambient animals. And some of the suggestions you guys have given me are so cool, like making sure that we have a sign to explain the acacia trees that do have the ants that protect the acacia trees and will actually attack any of the animals that try to go up and eat the leaves. So don't eat from that tree, okay? Okay, Nigel? You don't eat from that tree. It has ants in it who will rush out and try to bite you if you eat from that acacia tree. I know. And Nigel, as a male, will actually eat at a different height than the females will, so that they do not compete for food, which is such a cool fact. But then I'm also excited to add in ambient animals like the oxpecker bird. And I was looking it up, and the oxpecker is a bird that almost exclusively has a relationship with animals who get ticks on them. So I was trying to figure out what is the oxpecker bird's diet, so that I could maybe add in some things around the exhibit so we could encourage oxpeckers, which do live in the savannah in Africa, to show up and kind of fly around our area and sit in the trees and just be really cool additions. Well, it turns out that the main diet of the oxpecker bird is 100% bloody ticks. I'm not even joking. They rely entirely on the big mammals. Apparently they don't like camel blood though, so they'll avoid camels. But they rely on giraffes, they rely on elephants, they rely on all of your big cattle, big kind of mammal creatures basically. Antelope, any of those guys, zebras, and so on and so forth, to have ticks on them, and then they eat the ticks off of those creatures. And they'll even like spend more or less their entire life sitting on the back of a giraffe or an elephant and just kind of like riding around with them and eating whatever insects may get on them. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but it does mean that I think we need a few more mammals, maybe a few more giraffes, or maybe a few more antelope or wildebeest before we can really expect to see a lot of oxpecker birds in the area. And I mean, that's kind of weird. I guess that'd be a good thing for us as a zoo to have oxpecker birds in here, so that then they can make sure that they keep our giraffes parasite free. But I'm kind of like, yeah, you guys go and climb and root around for food and get lots of ticks so that we have oxpecker birds show up. That's kind of weird. So I guess that's why I'm a little bit nervous about that. But then we are also going to be building some feeding stations for our giraffes so that we can have little feeding stations to climb up and feed them. And I wonder, let's go ahead and feed them the apples. Oh, and I did find some dirt too in my backpack that we can put down at the bottom here. Lily and Tate, you two need to hum out. I hear all of this growling. You guys need to calm down over there. I said calm down, you silly geese. All right, and we'll put away some of this bamboo. All right, the bamboo can probably go over here, like live bamboo that we can put in. I just really love trying at least to organize the chest so that they kind of have a look to them. There's the names. And then let's grab, okay, we're gonna grab 2 apples, and let's go feed Nigel and Savannah, because it appears they're our main breeding pair. Though really Nigel, there's Savannah. Really, they'll breed with whoever they want. The male, look at that. Usually you'll have a dominant male who will kind of watch over a herd of females. And you guys know how the males will fight for those females. They'll like whop their necks against each other. And apparently they don't really have grudges. So if they get in a big fight, look at the baby. We've got a new baby, Lily girl. Lily's checking out the new baby, making sure everything's going to be okay with it. But apparently after 2 male giraffes fight, once they settle who's going to be the winner, they don't really keep grudges. They don't really keep score and go, okay, I got to pick a fight with you in the future. They just know who the winner is and move on with their life. All right, closing my eyes again. What'd I snag? Indigo. What a fun name. What a fun name. I'm going to have to go back to those episodes where you guys have suggested names for the giraffes and add more names into the name chest pretty soon, because that's pretty fun. All right. Well, before I go ahead and we get started on the feeding stations and sprucing up the exhibit a little bit more for the day, I do want to go over and show you guys the new structure that I was talking about that has been added to our safari zone, because I am pretty tickled pink and excited about this new structure. It's something I have been talking about a little bit, and it was so exciting. I almost gave it away. I gave it away. Siri, what are you doing? And I am so excited to have it. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? Da na 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 na. It's a giant termite mound. It's awesome. I love it. So this is going to be, and we just got a twig. So we just had a twig that fell out of the termite mound. How cool is that? That is so awesome. So this is a giant termite mound, and what this is going to do is spawn little termite hills. And it's really cool because mound building termites are kind of, in my mind at least, one of the iconic things I think about when I think about like safaris and the Great Savannah and things like that. I think about these gigantic termite mounds that you see everywhere. And they are made by mound building termites. So termites that actually work together as a huge community of millions of members. So basically when you see one of these termite mounds, you're actually looking at a very complicated like constructed city that tiny little insects have built, and it has air conditioning in it because of the way they have built everything. It's very porous, so you have temperature regulation out, like the very, very hot sun is out like just overhead and blasting everything else. Then the termite mound is cool inside, and these termites will go through and they'll pick up all sorts of plant matter. So they'll gather up like these dead shrubs and things like that. All right, I'm going to pick up a couple of the dead shrubs. They'll gather up these dead shrubs, and the little worker females will go and collect them, bring them into holes that are usually on the bottom of the termite mound, and they'll take them inside, and then other worker females will break them apart and turn them into fungus, and they'll farm fungus to break down the food and then create food out of the plant matter they bring in with the help of their little fungus that they farm. And I just think that's amazing, and it's very, very complex behavior, especially when you start researching like how the caste system works, and the fact that usually you have a king and a queen. The queen's in charge of the termite mound, and she basically will live for years and years and years and years and years, laying eggs and having babies all day long. Like, that's what she does. She controls the termite mound through all of the babies that she has. They're all her children. But each of these mound building termite mounds starts with one queen and one king. And I thought it was like ants, where that's just kind of a drone that shows up and mates with the female and then dies or goes away. And actually, apparently the king will stick around, and he will help to take care of the queen and take care of the eggs and their children. And the entire mound is built by their children. So you're kind of looking at a city built by one like male, one female, and all of their progeny. And I think that's just amazing. That just sounds so cool. And the more you look into how they build it, the more you look into all of the tunnel structures, how they make it porous in different areas so that they can regulate the temperature to grow their fungus, the more amazing it becomes. So I'm super excited to have this termite mound. It's probably just one of several. Usually they will continue to live in there for quite some time, and eventually the colony may die out. A new colony may move in. Sometimes they'll just move in and take over a pre-built termite mound, because it's like having a whole city already built for you that just needs a little bit of cleaning up and maintenance. But sometimes they'll just be abandoned, and so you'll just see abandoned termite mounds everywhere. This one is currently active, so every now and then when you come up to it, you can find all sorts of things that will just like fall out of the termite mound. Sometimes it'll be twigs, sometimes it'll be some of the fungus, the mushrooms that they grow. Sometimes it'll be dead leaves, the dead decaying matter, the dead decaying plant matter that the termites specialize in collecting and turning into food for their colony. And sometimes it will actually be new termite mounds, and the new termite mounds will come from this big one, and then we can use it to light up our entire area. So light up the safari zone, which is going to be super, super helpful. But I really like that idea because it kind of represents that organic growth thing that I'm trying to aim for, and it shows how like they might occasionally make new queens, and then those little new queens will go off and start their own tiny little termite mounds that might one day grow into such a gigantic mega structure like this. Oh, we just got one. All right. Good job. Where should we put it, Lily and Tate? Let's come over here. Let's put it over here somewhere. All right. Good luck to you, little termite mound. Grow well. So that's how it works, basically. You just go ahead and kind of stick in the area, and every now and then the king and queen will have new babies, and you can take the little termite mounds and spread them all over the place. And I really, really love that sense of organic growth that it creates. And plus, it's a gigantic termite mound. It's so cool. Ah, it's a dead leaf pile. Wow. All right. Normally it's not supposed to they're not supposed to be, I guess they're cleaning things out today. Normally it's not supposed to be that active inside of there. The top of the termite mound, by the way, is called the chimney, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, normally it's not that active, but yeah, dead leaves, twigs, all sorts of little termite mounds will be popping out from inside of this big termite mound. I kind of want to give it a name because I feel like there's a royal queen and king who rule over this roost, and I kind of want to name this termite mound. So we very well may, and then we'll put a little sign up somewhere so that we can have some information about this mound and information about mound building termites. And some of the termite mounds I've seen pictures of from Africa are as tall as the giraffes, which is pretty amazing. All right, Lily and Tate, well, we need to clean up some of the stuff that's over here. That's actually another goal I had for right now, is tidying up these chests. Oh, I've got a lot of glass. That'll be really useful to take to the front, actually. Yeah, tidying up the chest and just kind of cleaning everything in here up is one of the things I wanted to do today so that we can have some, let's just tuck all these away. Ooh, lots of Geishel greens. We'll have to collect those. We'll have to collect those for sunflower, I mean. And aster seed, and check on their babies. Oh my gosh, I haven't checked on those babies in a long time. We'll have to go ahead and do that. But yeah, I want to clean this up so we can start making the entire zone look really awesome. The safari zone is just going to be fantastic. And we'll tidy it up. All right, and then let's go ahead. Watch out, Tate. Guys, are you getting hungry? Well, you guys need to wait. I know. We were supposed to have a dog quest this weekend, and then everything got so busy. All right, so now we have a couple termite mounds that we can go ahead and sprinkle around. We've got about 14, which is a lot. So we should be able to go and find plenty of places here. Anywhere we have torches, we'll go ahead and remove torches, and we'll be putting down termite mounds to make it a little bit more. Oh, I thought that was a butterfly, and I got so excited. To make it just feel a little bit more natural. Torches always bug me. That's why we have so many alternatives to torches, because they're just not very attractive, and they really break the immersion of being part of our world, part of our little zoo world that we have going. All right, so any other torches over here? No, but we can have plenty of places for termite mounds. So we'll just put down tons of termite mounds, and they have glowstone inside them. That's why we are replacing the torches with these guys, because they do have glowstone in them, and as such they will be able to light up the world, which will be really nice. Just a nice little touch that way. Oh, and then you guys, I finally saw a name suggestion for the waterfall that made me go, yes, it's perfect, I love it. And that name suggestion is dun 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 dun, the Great Divide. I really like it because it's not a name you would normally think of for a waterfall, but it fits this area perfectly because this waterfall divides the safari zone from some of the other sections. So this is where the waterfall is right here. It's such a pretty spot. I really like this spot. It's just like a little natural beauty zone. But this is going to be known as the Great Divide Waterfall, and it's going to be just a nice relaxing place to come by. Tate's like, Mom, can we do some fishing? Mom, can we do some fishing? Okay, just for a second, Tate. We can do it. Let me clear my inventory. And then oh, another child. Oh my goodness. Hang in there, buddy. The sun is out. You've got to be careful. Oh, I have another child. Oh, this place is just wonderful. It just continues to give me zombie villagers. I don't even know what to do with you two. I guess this is going to be Tarzan and Jane. And a lot of people have suggested renaming Fig the pig to Tarzan, because Pigman Fern did used to have Tarzan who worked with him. It was a pig that we had, and he had his friend Tarzan, and then something happened to Tarzan, and I don't remember what happened to Tarzan. So that'll be our trivia tree question, actually. If you can tell me what happened to the first Tarzan the pig and like put a link to the episode that it happened in, then I will give you a trivia tree and you can pick the tree. Like if you know the answer to what happened to Tarzan the pig, because I feel really bad because I forgot, and you can put like a link to the episode that he vanished in, or just tell me that what actually happened to him, then go ahead and pick a tree while you leave that comment, like what kind of tree you would like, and I'll go ahead and add that in because I don't remember what happened to Tarzan and I feel so bad. But yes, now we have, I'm going to say this is Tarzan and Jane, and we'll have to do something fun with them. Maybe they'll be special researchers that can live here in the safari zone. That would be so cute. Oh my gosh, what did I do to that tree? What has been done to that tree? Oh no, what if that's the termites? That's right next to the termite mound. Oh, hang on, Tate. I did say we would do it a moment's worth of fishing. All right, buddy. He's just staring at me like, but mom. He loves his fishing. We haven't been over to his little section to do fishing for quite some time either, so I feel a little bit bad. All right. Well, give me just a second, you guys. Tarzan and Jane, very happy about that. And then let me grab my fishing rod. Short cast. Which one do I want to use? Unbreaking. Let's do unbreaking. And then I'm just going to do like a second's worth of fishing over here. All right, come on. Give me something cool. Tate wants to have a fish to eat. There we go. All right, Tate, it's a giant catfish. It's a giant honker of a catfish that has now given you 4 fish to eat, my friend. All right, come here, buddy. Oh, look at that happy tail. Look at that happy tail. Such a happy puppy. Where the heck did I put the zombie jerky? Lily's like, I don't care where you put the zombie jerky, Mom. You're always giving me zombie jerky. I want real food. I know, Lily girl. I'm sorry. I know you like beef the most. That's really what she enjoys. I think she enjoys kangaroo as well. She's a very well-traveled dog. I'm going to nibble on a mushroom. Feeding my puppies their meat, but I ate the mushrooms. Oh gosh, mushrooms aren't very filling. So I'm going to like stuff myself full of mushrooms for just a second. I think that tree, I sincerely didn't do that on purpose. But I think that tree has had the side effect of being next to the termites. Maybe it was dying then, because usually they only feed... See, it's next to the termite mound. Usually they only feed on decaying plant matter. So, All right. Well, I'm sorry about that little tree. I'm sincerely sorry. That was the one oak tree I specifically left here because it was so big and beautiful. And now it has been half eaten by termites. Maybe this will be a good opportunity to see what kind of insects or ants or other creatures might come over here to live inside of a dying tree, because even a dying tree has quite the life cycle to it. So we'll look into see it's all part of the cycle of life, Lily and Tate, and we'll look into the science behind it later. All right, so let's go ahead and put down a few more of these termite mounds, because I think I saw a torch or two. Aha! While we were running over here. So we'll go ahead and put those down, and we will be clearing out some of these trees and bushes and smoothing out the ground a little bit and just sort of figuring out how we are going to put down the tracks, because I do want to have it so that we have some Jeep tracks for a little Jeep tour that'll go through the safari zone, but then also have it so you can just walk around this area if you want. I still need to remove those pink sheep and put them in the Strawberry Fields Forever specialty area, and we will be capturing all of the animals that we have in here, all of the cows. We're going to be capturing the deer, the turkey, and we're going to meet a safari trader who we can actually trade these animals to. So the deer will become antelope, the turkeys will become maybe vultures, the cows will become wildebeest, things like that. So that'll be really fun. All right, let's work our way over here. Need some more termite mounds. There you go. All right, and then over here is really nice. This is the first enchantment planted by Ryan. Ryan, he's always so friendly in comments too. All right, and then there we go. Another termite mound over there. And we have our beautiful Great Divide, which is over here. Beautiful, beautiful waterfall. Okay, don't mind me just smacking termite mounds down everywhere. And then maybe another termite mound down here. There we go. That's a little bit of a dark spot. All right, there's our termite mounds. We have our giant termite mound. I am so tickled pink about having Tarzan and Jane, actually. I'm very excited about those two. I might even turn them into like NPCs. We'll have to see what they trade. That'll be really interesting. See what they're going to trade. We'll cure them, bring them back to life, reunite them, the lost lovers, and then we'll see what they end up trading. All right. And I can't wait to get more termite mounds, so that'll be good too. And our beautiful, beautiful sign. I am still so happy about this sign. All right. So next things up is actually building the giraffe feeding zone like we were talking about. I do want to figure out like what kind of birds we could add in as some ambient animals to start running around. And then I think we do need to make sure that we finish putting together all of the fencing and making the fencing so that the animals can't escape, like right here, like I just did. Thank you, Lily. Lily is like, Mom, this is an escape point. She's pointing it out to me. So we do need to finish off with the fencing so that the animals don't leave the safari zone. And then we'll start trading the animals out after we sort of, gotta get up here. After we sort of figure out the layout. But look at that. Man, that's so awesome. I love that termite mound. It just looks so cool. So we're getting there, you guys. I'm pretty excited. And once we start putting in like elephants and antelope and wildebeest and all sorts of animals in here, it's just going to be amazing to watch those herds move around and to really just transform this into a beautiful zone where it's just got safari animals everywhere and kiosks so you can learn about them. I'm really proud about this. So I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning tomorrow when we will continue sort of figuring out what the heck we're going to do with this zone. Close it off. Maybe I start figuring out what animals we need to trade out and mull a little bit more over what other ambient animals, such as the little termites, we'll be adding into the area. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.